So welcome back to Inverness in the Spotlight. My name is Lace Blue McLean, and I'm so glad you stayed tuned for this segment of Inverness in the Spotlight. We have with us in this segment some really special guests. With me this evening, this evening, is Jessica, and she is from the Netherlands, along with Doug LaBelle, who is wearing a Rotary hat this evening instead of Inverness Old Town hat. So welcome, you two.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're glad to have you.
Glad
So
to be
Jessica,
here.
you are here in the United States with the Rotary Exchange Program. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, this is exciting.
It really is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have been in Rotary meetings with you, and I just see how excited you are to be here, and we're just happy to have you here as well.
Thank you.
So what came about? How did you get into the program, and what made you decide to come and join an exchange program? Because it's not just for a month.
No,
Tell
it's
the
for
folks,
a year.
it's for a whole year.
Yes. Well, my dad is a Rotary in the Rotary Club itself.
Okay.
And 7 years ago, we got our own first exchange student at my house. So then I already thought, like, oh, well, that would be fun to do myself
Something
too. And then,
interesting, yes.
Yeah, and then to America, I already knew, like, America. I don't know, I love the English language, and I just really like America. And then 4 years ago, we had this other exchange student. And then last year, we also had an exchange student.
Wow.
But then the whole process for me already started. So then I already knew I'm going to do this.
Very good, very good. So because you had exchange students in your home, it helped you understand what the process
Yeah.
was and what the program was.
Yeah.
Now, had you ever been in the United States before?
Yes, 4 years ago, or no, 5 years ago, I've been here on vacation with my mom and dad and my sisters for 4 weeks.
Okay, okay. So this wasn't your first time.
No,
exactly.
that was already also why I really decided to go to America, because then I already saw how nice it is. And
Exactly. So let's tell the folks that this program consists of staying with not just other Rotarians, but just people in the community as well. Right, Doug?
Correct. They're a Rotary Club in her country. Her father's Rotary Club sponsored her, and a Rotary Club here in Inverness has to accept her and sponsor her on this side.
Okay.
And then the Rotary Club on this side has to find host families for her. We prefer for them to have 2 or 3 host families while they're here. Currently,
And that is so that they can get a flavor of
different
Yeah.
cultural.
different families.
We have host families that are empty nesters.
Right.
We have host families that have young children. We have
Right.
host families that have children the same age. And so they get a different flavor from each of those families. And interestingly enough, in many times I hear from the students that if they're with an empty nester family, they get doted on more.
Oh, wow.
Then if-
Become the only child in the house.
Right.
I mean,
yeah,
who
that's
doesn't
really
want to be an
different.
only child sometimes?
Yeah, if you but like I'm used to have 2 older sisters, and now I'm an only child, so it's also really different.
Exactly. So you get a taste of the other
Yeah,
other
and in
side
another
of the
host
world.
family, I have a little sister, so that's also what I'm not used to.
Yes.
And it's really nice to experience.
Exactly. So tell me, how are you adjusting to school, to the high school, to the routine, to the different?
It's really different. It's really different than from Holland, but it's really nice. And everybody's really nice, and they are willing to help with everything. So
Very
yeah.
good. Yeah, you have any challenges in any particular subject that is more
Well,
challenging than others?
Yeah,
Go ahead and
American
tell them
history.
about your American history grade.
Oh,
Well, in my last test from American history, I had a 92% score.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was even higher than some real Americans, and I was like, wow, I can't believe it, because American history is really hard, because I've never heard about like all the stories they tell me and all the definitions and people. And
Well,
so
that just
that's-
goes to show you're a good
Yeah.
studier. You
yeah,
study
well,
very
that's
hard.
a challenging subject for me.
It is.
Yeah.
But by the way, your English is very well as well.
Thank you.
But she knows well enough to ask about the Emancipation Proclamation and what is that. And we discussed that
Yeah.
on the way to school that day, and then it came
And
up on the
it
test.
came in the test.
And it came up on the test. How
Yes.
well is that?
Yeah,
So
it's always good to ask things.
Absolutely. Well, that's wise.
There are
no
no
matter
stupid questions. That's what I learned
Exactly.
always.
Absolutely. That's wise no matter where you are. Doug, so expand a little bit more about being a host family. Do you have to be a Rotarian?
No, you're not required to be a Rotarian, and we search for host families all the time. They have to be in a particular school district.
Oh, okay.
Jessica, we have 3 students in Citrus County right
Okay.
now. Jessica is in Citrus High School.
Okay.
So we need 3 host families in the Citrus
In the
High
Citrus
School
High area.
district.
Okay.
And actually, Jessica's host family right now, the mother had to go to the hospital briefly, and so she actually came to stay with my wife and I. And I'm the overall chairman of the program for the entire, for 3 counties: Pinellas, Pasco, Hernando, and Citrus. So we're getting experience as host family ourselves, although we hadn't planned on doing
You hadn't
that.
planned on them,
Yeah,
but it's good to have
so
a backup.
we're always looking for host families that are interested in having the kids come with them, and then they have to go through a qualifying process. They have to fill out some paperwork.
I would think.
They have to background checks. They have to have some references.
Absolutely.
But I can tell you, it is one of the most phenomenal experiences that you'll ever have. These are the brightest and best. And on another segment, I think next week, we're going to have a young lady from Brazil that's here.
Oh, okay.
She's staying in Black Diamond with an empty nester family. And just wonderful. We have another student who's here in Crystal River who's staying with a family, the Lamposa family and Lampasana family, and they have small children. She's from Peru.
Okay.
And so, and then when you get them all together, that's really quite an experience.
I've experienced that. We've had them all together when we went down to the Keys last year, so it was really lots of fun. Well, I would also think that it's beneficial from both sides. It kind of opens up the eyes on not just the host families, but the exchange students as well. So when you go back to your country, we're not so different.
Well,
and then, you know, it opens our eyes up.
There's 8,000 students just like her in the United States right now from countries all over the world. And we have 8,000 of our students from Rotary clubs all over the country that are overseas. And the old adage is you're not going to go to war with people you like. If we exchange enough students,
Exactly.
these students are the future.
Absolutely, and that's what's so exciting about this program. Jessica, have you gotten homesick?
Well, of course, just a little. It would be weird if you will not be homesick. You'll always miss your family, but I really like it in here, and everybody's really nice, so that really helps. And everybody keeps me busy. I have to do it, so that's really nice too. And
do you get to speak to your family on a regular basis? I'm assuming email is one of the communications.
We email and sometimes we Skype.
Oh, good.
So, but not like every day.
Oh no, I wouldn't think so.
Like once a week. And maybe some more emails.
Very good, very good. So if anybody was interested in becoming a host family of one of these wonderful exchange students, who would they contact, Doug?
Best to contact myself at my cell phone, 352-400-0540, or they could go to www.ryeflorida, all spelled out, .org, and that's our website.
Okay, so through either the website or call you personally if they wanted to find out more information. And I'm sure if they contacted any Rotary club,
you could call,
they would ask.
And you could call this station and they could give you my number.
Absolutely. Well, we're so glad that you stayed tuned with us. We have yet one more segment, so don't go away, and you stay with us in Inverness in the Spotlight.